everybody, welcome to MUSE TV. We are here with the person who created A Christmas Wish for 20th Digital, Kate Freund. How are you doing today?
I'm so good. I'm feeling the Christmas spirit. I was going to dress up as an elf, but I thought that might be a little weird, so I didn't. Yeah.
It would be. It'd be cool, but a little weird. But
It was a
you
little
but you
weird.
have every right to, because you put together this great short film, A Christmas Wish. Tell us a little bit about the story and how it came about.
Well, it's so funny because this is definitely a little out of my comfort zone. You know, I'm more used to doing action and horror and dark comedy and things that are really surreal that kind of leave you a little like I don't feel so great. And I went in and pitched on the horror, like bite-sized horror.
Mhm.
And afterwards they're like, would you want to do Christmas? And I was like, what? Maybe yeah, actually the way this year is going and everything is like so down, let's have some fun. Let's do something that is not expected, that makes people feel good, that can elicit like a little bit of emotion and holiday cheer. And yeah, and it was funny because like originally it was like live action, and then they said, do you want to do it animated? And I was like, oh my god, this could be, you know, if you're doing live action, you want to do like a big special effect of like snow going everywhere, that's more expensive. But if you animate it, you can just draw it, and it's there's no cleanup, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Is this your first foray in animation and doing something like that?
No, like I've done a lot of voices on
Mhm.
cartoons because I have this like lovely shrill voice going on. But I the lead animator on this, and like Savan Nigerian, who's brilliant. He's absolutely insane. He works on everything. He's just magic. He had lent me some After Effects software in like 2007 because I was like, I want to learn how to animate.
Mhm.
For me, for directing, I want to learn how to do things. Otherwise, you tell people, hey, can you do it like this? And they go, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not listening to you. So he had given me software like back in the day and was always like really encouraging and, you know, so kind. And when I had the opportunity to do this, it was like, oh, can we get Savan in here? And I also got kind of lucky. One of my closest friends is a character designer, and she's done like Looney Tunes, and she's Callie Fontecchio, has the cutest Instagram in the world. If you just want to feel better, just go, just check her out. She's amazing. So I felt like when they go, hey, we're gonna drop this thing on of animated, do you want to do it? And I'd also been working with Starburns, who did Anomalisa, and I was like, I have all these people who I know in this world. And Ryan Elder, who did the music, he does the music for Rick and Morty. I wonder if he'll do me a favor and come in and work his magic. So it's kind of like a Christmas miracle of this whole thing coming together. With like, I got all these just great people that you go, oh, I'd love to work with them, and now I can.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, like, we don't see that many new original idea Christmas animations anymore. You used to see it
No,
back in the day, because I remember growing up and you still didn't have new ones, but you got some new ones back in the 80s, 70s, 80s when I was a kid. But now it's like, to see something new and a new story and a new telling, it was really, it really brought a smile to my face, and it really helped with with the Christmas spirit of especially with what's going on.
yeah.
What, like, the story? Let's talk about the story. Where did the story come from, and what was the idea behind the story of it?
Well, it's funny because, you know, I'm, you know, Jewish. But my family celebrated Christmas, which I think is weird. And it was like always this Hanukkah, you have like 8 nights of trying to get it right. Christmas, you have one go. And it's like, you're going, I hope I get this thing this day. And I really would love something big and special and fun. And I think the number in the family is important because you have the mom and the brother have this cute little dynamic. and the dad and the grandma are sharing a chair. But then you have the Emmy character, she's kind of like the odd man out, and you go, what would be something that would make her feel like she has a friend, there's another family member, and that's like the little reindeer. And I think that it's interesting when you have, especially for Christmas, I think it's hard because you don't want it to feel like a commercial for I don't know, some like what's a perfect gift. You go, oh, I want a Nintendo, but you go, then I don't want to make a Nintendo commercial, so it's like, what's something that's timeless that you go, that would be really fun and magical to get.
I really enjoyed it, especially, and it fits perfectly for this age of digital consumption because it's short, concise, and you get a full story within that time frame. And I think it really is going to do amazingly well for a lot of a younger generation that are pretty much living on their phones right now, and adults that are living on their phones right now as well.
This was like amazing, the fact that 20th Digital Studios gave me the opportunity to make something that I could actually show my family and show like my nieces and my nephews, because they're always like, Kate makes stuff, and they go, no she doesn't, and they're like, she does, you just can't see it. So it was just kind of amazing to go to send them the link, and my little nephew was like, oh, I want to show it in my class. And it was so funny because at first he was like, I don't like the mom. And I was like, I'm the voice of the mom. And then he was like, yeah, I don't like you. I was like, it's a character. I wouldn't throw a candy cane at you. And then he was like, oh, okay, that would be funny though. So it's like, it's just kind of nice to get to share it with your family. And I think we're in this age of cynicism, and anything comedy related has to be like super mean. And it's really easy to go for like those low blows, but to go like, oh, I'm going to, people who usually watch my stuff, they tend to be a little more cynical. And then to get the surprise of like, this is sweet and cute, I feel sad, and it's like, I gotcha.
and we're hoping that it will live on for years and years and years and years to come, just like all the other Christmas animations that are around that have stood the test of time. And hopefully this is a new one for the next generation. How can people see it? Just let everybody know.
It's on YouTube as a Christmas wish. It's on Vimeo, and it's just kind of making the rounds, and we'll see if people are into it. So far the response has been really nice. It's always nice when you don't get like a comment that says, hey, kill yourself.
It over to a far other edge, aren't you?
Well, I'm dark. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's nice when people are like going, oh, I had fun with that, or that's cute, or that was sweet. And it doesn't have to be like this viral in your face, we're really going to make you feel kind of crappy. I'm like, everyone is so beaten down this year. I mean, it's crazy. And it's like, we all, like, to me, I'm like, what is Christmas? It's this magical feeling of, oh, you wake up in the morning and there's a present that's just perfect and it's going to make your day. And we all know what happens when we don't get that. I don't know if you ever had a bad Christmas
There's been a few.
Yeah. I have one. I asked for a skateboard, and I'm still not over this. It's like, I asked for a skateboard and I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to roll around. And I got a desk. And I hated school. And they're like, maybe if we get her a desk, she'll do better in school. And I had a meltdown. And it's like that, seeing a kid in a cartoon having a range of emotion of, it's okay to feel hopeful. It's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to feel like, what if I don't get something? And then to be able to voice disappointment, to have agency and go, I wanted this and I didn't get it. And then to have a magical grandma go, hey, enjoy your life. Don't judge things by how they look which I think is a great message.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you, just because it's a little box, it can contain multitudes of fun.
Yeah. And that's the one thing, like it's like when you get socks on Christmas Eve and you're Christmas Day and you're just like, socks.
I'm like, but then I go, I don't have to do as much laundry, so maybe that's good. But yeah, at least you can wear socks. But no, it's right. It's like you open it and you're going, why would I want this? But then you don't want to feel ungrateful.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Because it's like people are spending money and taking the time to actually wrap something, and we took the time to put up a tree and decorate it.
And that's something we don't learn till we get to an adulthood, where as a kid it's something that you're still learning about, but as an adult we know that already, and then you look back at those times and you appreciate them even more.
Yeah, and that's why I also really wanted to depict like the mom character as she's not a buzzkill. She's in, because so many times in cartoons it's like the mom's going, don't do that, slow down, and I go, it'd be kind of funny if it's the dad and the mom is a nutcase. She's running around, she's waking up the kids with an air horn, and she is more excited about the day than they are, and she gets a really lame gift that she would have wanted, but it's like, it's just having fun with it. And I think like getting to work with voice actors who were having fun was just amazing.
It just seemed like a fun time. And thank you so much for being here on Muse TV and being a part, coming on to talk about it. Last question, what do you have coming up next? What are you working on that you could possibly talk about?
Well, I'd love to make more of these. I'd love to work with, again, the cast is like Lizzie Kipner, Aaron Pierce, Rich Fulcher, who's hilarious, and my husband Rob Schraub. I'd love to work with them on more of these, and because they're just fun little specials. And then I'm also working on a new animated series with Lucky Chap and Screen Arcade and Star Burns that's based off of a Jim Mahfood property, and it's completely different. It's not kid friendly. There might be drugs. I'm so sorry. What can you say?
Yeah, exactly. You got to diversify your products.
If George Miller can do Fury Road and then he can do Happy Feet, I mean, come on.
Exactly. And how can people find you on your social media if they want to follow what you're doing?
I'm Kate Freund on Instagram, and regretfully, I'm Cake Kid on Twitter. I signed up for Twitter a long time ago. I feel like if I changed the name, I'm not being true to myself. I was hungry. I wanted cake. That's where I don't make the best decisions in my life. I'm sorry. And then, yeah, I think that's where I am.
Great. Well, thank you so much once again for stopping here on Muse TV to talk about this short film. Don't forget to go to YouTube or Vimeo to go watch it. It's under A Christmas Wish. If you do it under search, you're going to find it. It immediately pops up on the top. And we look forward to seeing you soon here on Muse TV.
Thank you so much.